welcome. I'm Marcie, Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And thank you for joining me this evening. I'm just realizing I don't know why my website right there is off screen. Kind of weird. I was messing around with my screen and switching it. There we go. I fixed it for me. Maybe it wasn't like that for you. But anyway, I'm from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me today. I am excited that I've been super busy doing a lot of stuff. And so when it came to tonight's video, I was like, what am I going to do? And I was working on a project. So I'm going to show you how I came about the project and how it kind of came to fruition on my thoughts of using some scraps that I had. And I just happened to have a lot of it available already with a little bit of trimming. So I'm excited to share that with you. But I also told you I was going to share my birthday cards with you. So I'm hoping I have them all here because I keep finding envelopes everywhere, which means the card must be in this pile. But I keep coming across some and I keep adding them. So sometimes my husband gets the mail and hands it to me in the front room. Sometimes he'll bring it here. Sometimes I go get it. So I'm hoping that I have all the cards in my pile. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Okay, my sound is really weird. Hold on. Okay, I fixed it. I had to mute it. I've got weird stuff going on here. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Hi, everybody. I'm reading messages. Ooh, cold Minnesota. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for sharing, Stacy. Yeah, yesterday was a huge day. So for demonstrators, we got to find out the top performers. So that was a lot of fun and exciting and an anxious day for lots of reasons yesterday. So for demonstrators, they announced the top achievers. So I was very fortunate to be in there. So I was super excited. And thanks, you guys. And so, yeah, so it was pins and needles yesterday during the day. And then, of course, election, pins and needles again in the evening. So it was a kind of an anxious day all day. And right before my video, I ran and grabbed water because I forgot. The good note on that is I drank all my water today. And that was my second one. So now I'm on my third one. Yay. So I'm going to go over some quick things for you. As you know, online exclusives are available. Yay, because I've been needing some new stuff to finish up my prepping for bingo, which is on the 20th. So November bingo is the 20th. It's $40. We play 4 games, do 4 projects. I give out 4 $100 prizes. It is a lot of fun, and I hope you'll join and sign up. Registration, there's a link below. Make sure when you register that you can pay with PayPal right there. So it's super simple. My Dear Santa class, I'm going to be taking it off. There is a few left if you're interested. So that is still available. And as far as I know, both items there are still available. And the Pretty Petals class is new. I announced it last week. And I'm laughing because my granddaughter just texted me a message of her Christmas list. So she's sending me her sizes. So that class I have started and I am really excited about it. It is going to be a lot of fun. So there's 2 items if you purchase. Pretty Petals Bundle and the Thoughtful Journey. And actually it's called Thoughtful Delights Specialty Paper. So I'm going to change that. It's the Thoughtful Delight. I'm going to show you a picture here. I have a little bit in front of me. So it's the Delights, Thoughtful Delights, but it is the specialty paper. So that is, if you purchase those 2 items from me, then you could get the class for free, but you still need to register, and there is a link below. If you pay and register, or excuse me, if you register, but you want to buy your product for me to get the class for free, then just please put that in the notes section. That way, when you do put your order in, I'll just double check, make sure you've got everything, and then mark you paid. So let's see. Just making sure. Yay, Deb, all signed up. Beautiful day in Iowa. Nice. So this is the paper. I still have my same scraps that I was working with here on my desk. So it's the one that has this, and it's got green and coral, petunia pop. I said coral. I think it has a purple of some kind. I don't remember which one, but anyway, it's this paper. So it's white on the back. So it's that paper, and then the new stamp set, which I am loving. And I just came up with another fancy fold for that card. The other thing is on Bingo, I did list, backing up a bit, I did list the projects. Well, Elegance should be capitalized. But anyway, Hearts of Elegance, which is the new one, the Marbled Elegance paper. We're going to be using that set, and that is going to be a fancy fold. The Happy Hibiscus, Charming Duck, and the Iconic Celebration. We're going to do a great birthday card with that paper. So we're going to be doing that, and so that's going to be Bingo on the 20th. Let's see. I already said online exclusives are available now for purchase, so don't miss out on those. You're going to start seeing those being even more so projects coming up with that online and everywhere. And then also our celebration items demonstrators are going to be able to order early this month. So you might start seeing those a little bit too. So I'll definitely, if I do start that early, which I probably won't start it too early, I will do an unboxing though. But when I won't start it too early because it's Thanksgiving, my daughter's going to be here, it's going to be super busy. And I want to start showing the online exclusive items a little bit, because those are some amazing items that we're going to, they're going to come and go quickly. And so, well, I say that, but they usually stay around. It's not like it's a mini catalog, but still, I don't want to skim over those and go to Celebration, because there's some really great stuff in there. All right, so let's get busy. I want to show you my cards that I got really quickly and all my goodies, and then we'll get on to our project really quick. And I won't take a lot of time, I promise. But I wanted to share these cards. So this beautiful card is from Becky Chapman. Is that just adorable? And she did like the happy birthday right across the center there. Woo-hoo. And these textured leaves, really, really a pretty card. Thank you, Becky. This one here is from Sean on my downline. Look how cute this is. So she used the old, it's retired now. And I hope I kept the set because I really liked it. I did some bunch of cards with them. But I love how she did the happy birthday stamping in the back with the different happy birthdays. And then she added that with a tag on top. And then she just added some cute little ribbon. So super cute. Buffering already. Oh no, yeah, sign off and come back. Hi Janine. Janine and I chatted today. Today on stage registration was open, so it was a busy day today for that. Look how pretty. And I might have shown this one already. Let me see. No, I didn't, but look how pretty. She did some embossing, and she just like, it looks like maybe she took a finger and colored on the embossed part. And then she added some embossing powder. And I just love that distressed look on there. And this is from Gwen Ball. And she gave me a Starbucks card, which is one of my favorite places. So thank you so much. Oh. These little dots are cute too. They must be older because they've got speckles on them. Or at least I'm not recognizing them. But I'm all for using up some older stuff. Then this one is from, and look at this pretty paper. I remember that paper. This one is from Kathy Kitchener. Thank you so much. Look how pretty. And of course I love Flirty Flamingo. Beautiful card. And oh, I love these kind of folds. So I was like, oh, look at this. Oops, I'll show you the note in the back. And I've done these before. It's been a little while, but I love the pearlescent paper you used on the butterfly. This is from Susan Campfield. So thank you so much. Isn't that cute? I love stuff like that. I love the use of the paper in the background, that it's torn. And then this, I have a bunch of this stuff cut out, and I have not come up with like a card that I want to do, and I have a lot of this paper. So I have a feeling I'm going to case a bit of this card. And this one is from Marcia Moore, who is my downline. So I'm really excited. You know what? I'm going to pause real quick and tell you, Nell, and anybody else, if you missed out on registering for On Stage, I did call them, and they said, don't quote them exactly, but they believe they're going to open more. So keep trying, get on the wait list. So whatever you do, go get on the wait list, because they did say they may be opening some more spots. They did add more than what they did in Houston, and Houston did not sell out. So I think they were kind of being, you know, they have to commit to certain an amount for the hotel and for the venue and everything. So just keep that in mind, that I would definitely go get on the wait list. All right, so this is one of my favorite kits. I think it was a kit, not a paper pumpkin. So pretty. I loved it. And I made a bunch of alternatives, but I love this, and I loved how you put this glitter. This is really pretty in glitter, and I don't know that I did that, and I love it in the gold. And this is from Marva, so thank you so much, Marva. So pretty. I love, love, love this. Oh, let me get my thing straight here. Kind of wonky. All right. I love the leaves. I need to do more with the fall. So pretty. And this is from Michelle Eaton. Michelle, thank you so much. Look how pretty this is. Pecan pie. Looks like she might have used some Cajun craze, maybe. No, I think it's pumpkin. Maybe, yeah, Cajun craze. Or it could be cherry cobbler. She might have stamped them together, so I'm not quite sure, but it looks like Cajun craze. A little bit of mossy meadow in there, unless the brown and the orange together kind of made a little bit of green, because I'm not really seeing green anywhere else. So I'm having a feeling that that's probably brown. That's probably just the way the colors are together, but beautiful card. And she adds some leaves inside. Really pretty. My husband was like, wow, you got a lot of cards. Look at this. Okay, I'm guessing, because I was like, did you use a blending tool on that? And I'm guessing it's Stampin' Up, but it might not be, but it feels like it is, because it's not that cheap glitter paper, you know what I mean? It's like it does not come off. It's not very nice. Leslie Knox, thank you. I love the copper color. So pretty and so fall. All right, we've got, I love this one, Ramona Culp. Look how nice that is. Of course, anything with scallop, I'm sold. I love the plaid. The colors are great. I love how this just pops off the page. Really, really pretty. Thank you. And somebody used a card that I had in my, and you know what? I lost this. This is my fault. I think in the cards, it got stuck and I lost a gem. I should have just added another one. But this one is from Carol Helms, I believe. It says Carol. Yeah, Carol Helms. Thank you so much. I'm glad you are using the cards from my set. Robin, who's on my team, sent me, okay, so she put a piece of paper in to keep it firm, and she sent me this card that pops up, and it has the balloons, and a party without cake is just a meeting, and wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Isn't that cute? And I love this paper. It matches my colors on, oh look, you kind of see it right there, but on my blog and everything. It's really cute. And I love this box. And I did this box some time ago on a video too. So very, very cute. This one is from Inika. That's my address. Inika, and this is, look how cute this is. It stands up, and so it's got the dragonflies, which is my team, our dragonflies. Isn't that cute with the wildflowers? So cute. So thank you so much. That is so sweet of you to send so far to me. I really appreciate that. And then my team member, Tanya, sent me this beautiful card. Oh, yeah, it does. I was like, I thought it folded out. Look how cool that is. So it folds out. So when you display it, you can put it out like that or like that, whatever. So very, very nice. And she sent me a lovely gift of the, oh, I have it right here. I haven't opened it yet because I haven't, kind of haven't been in here. But she sent me a precision glue press, knowing that I'm having issues with my hand. So thank you so much. That is so, so sweet of you. So there is that. This one is from Kathy Kirchner. And this one is, this one was in my pile, but I haven't shown this one yet. This was a thank you for, I was like, I thought she just sent me a birthday one. This was for the paper share. So I loved it. I loved how she did the wood on the envelope and then did the flowers with an opening there, and then it has a flap. So I thought that was really cute. So very, very nice. Thank you. This one is from Susan, and Susan sent me, which I love the butterflies and I love the use of the colors, but look, I did a class with this and she sent me a lovely kit that she made all these cards and with envelopes. And so she sent me this lovely kit, and I do have a video on this. And I look for note card kit or something like that. Are others seeing buffering? Is anybody else buffering? I don't see it, and I have YouTube on another screen going live. So anyway, so beautiful, beautiful. You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And I really like these magnets. So let me know where if you got these off at Amazon, if you have the link, send them to me because I really like them. All right. And then I got a beautiful gift from Susan again, who sent me this cute, adorable card for my new grandson that's coming day after tomorrow. So look how cute. Bear hugs from Brown Bear and Friends. Isn't that cute? So I am really excited because this will stay at Ani's house so I can read to the boys, because I've been sending everything to them and I'm like, ooh, I better start keeping some stuff here. So I am keeping some clothing, some blankets and things like that. I've got my car seat ready. I even have a pack and play, so I am ready to go. So thank you, everybody. If I missed your card, I am so, so sorry, because it could be out in the front room or in another card pile somewhere. But I've been trying to gather them and put them together. And, I was like, here's another one, but this was for something else. But yeah, there you go. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate that. All right, everybody else is good and not buffering. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nika. All right, so I wanted to do some cute treats. So let me show you what I ended up with. I have this on my desk. This is thick white paper. It was a little bit thicker. Let me see if I can find my scrap here. It was this thick. Okay, so this is how thick my paper was. And so I had to cut it down a little bit. So I was like, okay, I could live with that. And then this is thick. And I put them somewhere. I have a whole stack. Oh, here they are. So here's a whole stack. Okay. And so I thought, I am going, let me see. Oh, I didn't think I was up far enough. I'm going to move up just a bit more. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to use my thick paper. So I had that. And what I'm trying to do is come up with something to hold my candy canes in. Okay, so let's take a candy cane out because I'm going to need one for today's project. So I ordered these. I was so happy none of them were broken. Yay. Because these are Hershey chocolate candy canes. So it's chocolate mint flavored, and I love Hershey's. So I'm hoping they're good. I haven't tasted them, but I would assume they are. So I thought, okay. And then they have red, white, and green, but they also have brown. So then I saw I know you guys are seeing a sneak peek over here. You can tell I'm going to make a bunch of them, right? So I had this paper that I've used for a bunch of bingos, and I had stacks and stacks of this size of paper of the red. And so I was like, well, I have a lot of it, and I have more somewhere else. But see, like, look at this. Here's the polka dot one. So when I need a strip of 4 by 5 1/4 for a card, this leaves this strip, right? And so I had this strip right here, a whole stack of them. So what I did is I pulled one out, and I decided, okay, I'm going to use this. So I pulled one of those out. Then I decided, all right, I'm going to, because I wanted to do a candy cane holder, of course. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start with this, and this is where I started. So I can move these now. And then I decided, all right, so I'm going to use this, but I need paper. So I thought, okay, well, let's put this on here. Well, I had to cut this down to 2 inches because I needed to do my topper. Okay, so I used the Delightful Tag topper. So I'm going to punch this just off to the side because I don't like to do it on top of my glass mat. But I needed it to be 2 inches because then it can slide in here. And when I cut it at 2 inches, so let's just say this is the 2 inch, I go right on the right side of the 2 inch so that it fits in nice and smooth instead of a tight squeeze. So I'm going to slide that in and punch it because this is kind of how I started. All right, so there's my punch. So we're going to leave that right there. Well, you know what? Let me just show you what I did because this is exactly the order of what I did. So I took this and I was like, okay, now I need to do some scoring. So what I did is I brought in my scoreboard. So I'm going to do it just in the order that I did it. I'm not going to show you now that I have it all planned out. I'm going to show you how I planned it. All right. Oh, no problems. I'm sorry about your buffering. You have a wonderful morning. Okay, so what I did is I'm going to lay this down here. So I knew I was going to use the topper, and I knew I needed to trim that to 2, right? So then I put this up here. I love to use my scoreboard versus my trimmer, especially if I have, number one, a lot to score. Definitely if I'm doing a 3D project or if I am scoring my bases, because this will be nice and even. Whereas if you're on the trimmer, your paper could slide just a little bit and then it's off. All right, so I know that my paper is going to go up to about like right here, okay? So I want my candy cane to kind of be about right there, was my thought. So what I did is I laid that on there, and then I got my score tool here, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to do this, about right. Oh, I'm thinking, how is this possible? Because look, if I do it this way, no, I know what I did. I was thinking I did it at 3 before, but now I'm realizing what happened. So anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. So I'm going to go to 3 1/4. Okay, so at 3 1/4, you're going to score. Oh, and I scored it backwards, and let me tell you why. This is the right edge. I want to score on the wrong edge. So I'm going to do it again and just do it backwards so you can see, because I like to score it upward. Okay, so we're going to score it facing us. So you want it to be face down so that when you fold it, it folds up against you. All right, so we're going to put that there. We're going to score right about there. And then I just went 1/4 inch. You don't need, no, I went, oh gosh, now let me look. I did a 1/2 inch and I think it was too much. So I'm going to go 1/4 inch. Okay, I did a 1/2 and it was just too much for what I wanted. All right, and I also cut, because this was longer. This was like 9 1/4. No, let me think. How long were these? Let me look. I've already cut this off 1/4 inch. So let me see. Yeah, so these were 9 3/4. All right, so anyway, But this is what I did. I already cut this one. That's why I'm getting a little thrown off. So I laid that there. I went down, and I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch because an inch was too much. A 1/2 inch was too much. And then I'm going to fold it like this. All right, so now that's my holder. So that's where I got this, and it's exactly what I wanted. When I first did it, it was a little long right here, and those were already cut. So that's where the numbers and the measuring was throwing me off a bit because I already cut these white ones. So then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. But now I have this, and I was going to use regular red until I decided, you know what? I have all of this DSP. Why don't I, oops, sorry about that. Why don't I use the DSP up? Because it's Christmas. I'm not going to get through all this paper. I might as well use it. So what I did is I took this paper and I cut it, because it was already at 2. I cut it to 1 7/8. And then I measured this. And so then this size right here, so let me find my measurements and I'll tell you. So 1 7/8 is what I did here, and then 5 1/2. Okay, so this is 5 1/2. I wanted it down a bit. Okay. And it doesn't have to go to the bottom. I just like it to go just, you know, like right there on the design so that you have enough of the white at the top, but then you have this. And I was like, okay. Then I measured this one, and for the red, I need 1 7/8 again, and I need 2 3/8 going down. So I took some of these larger strips and did the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Then I started thinking, okay, what paper do I need? Now this paper came from Take a Bow. So that was my first thought, was doing Take a Bow, because I didn't want it to be super busy. But then after I started thinking about it, I wanted it to match the candy cane as much as possible. So I was kind of like, what color red, what color green am I needing? Do I need, you know, shaded spruce, mossy meadow, garden green, or real red, cherry cobbler? Which red do I need? So I thought, okay, this looks like garden green and it looks like real red. So I was with that, and then I found this paper. And so it has the red, the green, and the brown. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to layer this right on top of that. And so the deer paper, and I will put this on my blog. I've been terrible about my blog, you guys, because I've just been so busy. But the deer paper is 1 3/4 by 5 3/8. Okay, so we're just going to layer that right in the middle there and put that on there. Okay, and then the front one, I took a piece, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how I cut the green paper, because that is what I pulled a bunch of scraps out of my folder. But I want to tell you how I got to where I measured this, because there's a little of a secret here. So it's 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. All right, so there's that. So when I pulled these pieces out of my trimmer, so let's just say that this is going to be the big one. So let me move that over for a quick minute. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer and show you what I did, because I don't want the deer to be cut off. Your candy cane's going to go, you know, right here. So I want to kind of see the cute deer. And same with the bottom here. So when I cut my paper, I cut it at 6, because I had like a 5-inch piece by 12. So I just cut it at 6. Now I need to work with it. Now I need this one to be at 5 3/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 5 3/8. And I'm going to see where that lands. And it's going to land right in the middle of this guy right here. So you got to think about, this one is probably not going to be a good one for this, but it will be for this piece. And so this piece needs to be 2 1/4. So go to 2 1/4, put that down, and it's going to go right through your, it's going to go right through your deer. Okay, so now I'm going to come down and go right above my deer, and I'm going to cut. Now I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to get the measurement that I need, which is 2 1/4. And then now I have that cute piece with that one deer right there, kind of like this one is, okay? And except it's the next row down because it's going that way. So that would be my next one. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to find one that the deer is close at the top. So I have a whole stack here because these are either going to be top or bottom, the little piece or the big piece. So let's go here. This one, 5 3/8 is right. Oops. Oh, 5 3/8. Yeah, right there. All right, so that deer is going to be cut off. But what I'm going to do is just slide it down a tad so I can get my deer to be at the top. And now, so see how much I've cut off? Just a little bit, which actually is the same amount as the other piece of paper that I did for the bottom. Now I'm going to turn it, go to 5 3/8, and I don't really care about the bottom because it's going to be inside, right? So that is how you can end up with a little deer at the top, which is what you're going to see, versus having the deers cut in the middle on them at the top. So as long as you give yourself some room, you're going to have a little bit to be able to cut off and to get it to fit where you want it. Okay, so that's kind of where, how I came up with that. All right, so I just wanted to show you about that. And that kind of goes with a lot of paper. If you're doing flowers or whatever and you want that big flower, see where you can adjust your cutting to get that image that you want. All right, so let's go ahead and glue these together. So let me bring in my, oops, that was an awful sound, my piercing mat here. We're going to add some glue to this one. So I was excited that I had this as a scrap. I had this as a scrap. This I had just pieces that were bigger but worked out great to cut and make some pieces. And then that's not all. I'll show you what else. Because I was like, all right, I need to make some quick things here because I'm making a bunch of these. All right, and then I turn this sideways because, you know, you got to be able to see it. Top, bottom, left, right, you know. So I'm going top, bottom, left, right. Get an idea. That looks good. And I know you can't see the polka dots very well, but you can see them just enough to just add a little more texture and a little more interest to your card. If you just put plain red on there, it's not going to be as fun. And because I have so much of this paper, why not use it, right? So I did that. I'm all about, at this point, because my cards are all planned out for Christmas, I have 2 sets of my cards already done. I just have to add some stuff on one of the envelopes. And then I have 2 other sets that are almost done. Well, one's almost done. The other one's got a little more to go, but I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done before my daughter comes and before the baby on Friday. So, all right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and add those onto our card. And I'm not even going to show you the finished product yet because I do have one. But it's kind of important to see the steps on some of this. So I thought, let's just, and I actually didn't have it done yet when I posted the video. So I had part of it done. And I thought I'd just post the candy canes. Everybody likes candy canes, right? All right, what I like about the silicone mat is you can go right up on the edge of your paper and it will be covered in adhesive and not go all over the place. All right, so this is going to go on the inside. Now, I'm going to start it at the top. I know it's going to fit because of, you know, my measurements and how I cut it. So I want to make sure up here, I'm going to put this right on a line and just kind of know where I want to put it about right here. All right, so just about right there. And then I'm going to hold it in place and then take the bottom part down. All right, so I have space right here, but it doesn't matter because this is going to close up. Okay, so we're going to leave that. Now I'm going to flip this. We're going to put adhesive on our small piece. Make sure you put it on the correct way. I'm going to go a little closer to the edge at the top. Okay. And now, remember, this is going to go like this, so I'm going to put it on like this. And I need to slide it over just a little. Okay, right about there. So there's that. Look how cute. All right, so then I thought, oh, well, crud. I don't have any closing over here to hold this up. I also don't have, ribbon is not going to go down here. I have a different plan for my ribbon. So I will show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. So let's do our sentiment. And I had my sentiment. Oh, here it is. Whew. Okay, here's another thing. Thoughtful, what is it called? Thoughtful Elegance. It's retired. Love these dies. I had a stack of them already done. So they were already in a bag. Not done, but in a bag. And so I was like, yep, this fits perfect. This is what we're using. So it's all about using up your stuff, right? So I brought in Real Red. And the stamp set I am using is Peaceful Season. And right here, hoping this season is bright and beautiful. Perfect. It's a nice little sentiment, and I thought that was really cute. I could have done Peace and Joy, but I really wanted to, you know, send a nice little message. And I was like, that works perfect. You could also probably find a really cute sentiment in a sweet set of some kind that we have. But I wanted a holiday one, so here we go. So I'm just going to pull this down a little bit so I can see it. And there we go. How cute. All right. That is all the stamping that we need. Quick and simple. I'm going to add dimensionals on here and adhere it. And then I have a bunch of alternatives on what I did with my ribbon. So I'm going to show you what I did and what I thought of doing so you can kind of see what the different thoughts are. I'm going to put 4 on there just because, you know, it's kind of a moving part, and this might be something you stick in a stocking or whatever, so you want to have a lot. Now this candy cane holders have been around for a long time, and there's a lot of them like this. Some of them they have, you know, you fold them in and you glue them so this stays up. There's some that do ribbon right here. There's some that will cut a slit right here and then pop it forward so the candy cane can slide in. There's a ton of them, but I decided I wanted to use the scraps I had, so whatever these measurements ended up with is what it ended up with. So I need to make sure this is kind of straight. So even though you're going to be covering up your deer, I mean, you could move it down if you want it. I want it right in the middle, but I just didn't want the little deer's hiney just hanging out right here, and that's it. So that's why I just did it like that. You don't have to get as crazy as me, but you know. All right, so the next thing I did is I was deciding on a ribbon, and I put one away. I had the old red, it wasn't braided, but it was a string kind of ribbon thing. And then I decided I didn't like it. It looked too flimsy. And the reason is because I had different options on to add our candy cane and hold our candy cane in. So we are going to add glue dots, and we're going to put a glue dot on the candy cane here to hold right here. And we're going to put one right here to hold right here. But we got to do our ribbon first. So what I did is I held this up like it was going to be right there. And I had different options. I had this option, which is an old Stampin' Up punch. I had this one, which is retired, and it's this little slit right here. I also have this one, which is a crocodile that has a large hole punch and a smaller hole punch. And then I had another one that I found that was basically just like this, but it was single. This is for brads up here. And not brads, eyelets. So I decided to use this one first. And then I decided, because this, I like to see where it's going to go. But I don't want to have to punch here because if I hold this down, first of all, my hand hurts. But secondly, it doesn't punch over here. You got to punch evenly, you know, and have it flat. And I don't want to do it like this because I can't really see where it's at. I mean, I could look to see that, yeah, that's all the way through, but I don't want to be punching on my glass anyway. So what I ended up doing is I didn't like the crocodile because it's just a little hole, even though this one's bigger, to put your ribbon in, because I like the look of this. It's nice and flat. Your ribbon goes in nice. It comes across nicely, and it holds, you know, it holds your candy cane in, but you also have your glue dots. So what I did is, but there's a little trick about this. This was thick white cardstock because that's what I had my scraps of. Then I have the 2 DSPs on there. And so when I went to use this, I did it right about here, kind of close to the side because I wanted to put that ribbon in. And so I went right just above this and punched, but it doesn't come all the way out. Okay, so wiggle it. It's not a big deal. I'm going to go across from that one, close to the edge again. It doesn't have to be exact. You're going to put your ribbon in there, your candy canes in there, but you want it close. All right. So what I had to do is come back with my scissors, but if you look, and maybe it could just be mine because it's older, but I think it's the thick paper and stuff. It cuts pretty well. You just have to go in and snip a straight line right there and a straight line right here, and it'll come right out. Okay? It'll shoot right out at you. So same here. Go in right there and cut. And I just liked the way the ribbon laid so much better by using this little punch. So there we go. There's that. And then I wrote down my measurement, 14 inches of ribbon. So what I do is I take a ribbon and I leave it on the spool and I put it on and I just about tie a bow, and then I snip it off where I think the, you know, good measurement would be. And then that's where I make my ribbon. So we're going to add this in here. So come to the back, come to the front. See how easy that is versus trying to put it through the little hole, even though I have threaders. Do you guys have threaders? They work pretty nice. Hi, Nicole. Oh, thank you, Paula. All right, so there's that. So I don't know where my threaders are, but I'll have to show them to you guys. They're for sewing, and I just get them off of Amazon, but you can put your ribbon through it if you do need to put it in a smaller hole or whatever. All right, so we're going to put that. We're also, and I don't remember what measurement I had, but I want to say it was 5 inches. So I'm going to do 5 inches. And I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to take the center part and I'm going to put it right here. And the holes are pretty good size on our toppers, so that worked out nice for a tag. And then we're going to just add a little of the same ribbon up here. And you want to put the folded part in first so that when you can lay it over and it just looks a little neater. And then I'm just going to pull each one to kind of get that to, there we go. And then I cut the front and the one in the front, I cut a little shorter than the one in the back. And then you just have this little laying thing right there. All right. Now we're going to lay this out. Let's get our candy cane. We're going to add our glue dots. So I'm going to add a glue dot at the very back, right in the middle. I do them to the left. I don't think it matters, but just because that's how I hang it on with my right hand. I'm right-handed. I hang it on my Christmas tree back in the day when we used to do that. And so I just put them in like that. And then I'm just going to put this one, I don't know, inch up from the bottom. It doesn't really matter. You just want it to be able to, oh, but It doesn't need to go on the back, it needs to go on the front. You want to put your glue dot on the front because that's what's going to hold this up. But you also want to be careful not to break your candy cane. So rub it on there if it's not wanting to stick. There we go. Don't try to pull it, you might break your candy cane. All right, so I'm more concerned up here. I want to kind of look and see where my candy cane's going to go. So I'm going to put it right about there. All right, and then we're going to stick. When you put this and you close it, remember your candy cane, their glue dot could be down here. Just make sure you get it closed enough, but make sure that this is straight. All right, and now we're just going to tie our bow. Ooh, I didn't add my embellishment, so you guys are going to be able to decide with me which embellishments we're going to use. All right. All right, so now I pull my bow until I kind of just play with it and get it to look like I want it. And I probably went one side a little too far, but I would have cut it probably this short anyway. A little shorter. There we go. There. And now I'll cut this that way. I'm going to cut this one just a little neater because I've been playing with it. All right, so there's our bow. And now we need to pick out some embellishments. I didn't embellish either one of them, so we need to do that. Oh, thank you, Sharon. All right, so let's see which embellishments we should use. Ooh, we have these. Let's see. Although I have no green in there, I just have red, which is okay because this paper in the back, there's a lot of green. And I really like these because they sparkle. See how they really give off a lot of light and stuff on these, and I really like them. So I am going to use these. What else would I use if I had choice? You could use the little red and the little, I call them the cranberry ones, you know, the berries and the, oh, these right here, the berries and the pearls. You could use the berries, but I think these go on a little more elegant cards. So I'm saying no to that. What else? In color, no. Earth tones. You know, these would be kind of cute. They do match all these colors. Those are kind of cute because we've got the brown, the green. But, no, I want red. I'm a red Christmas girl. So, I think this is our choice right here. So what we're going to do is I definitely want to put one right here so it's, I'm going to put one here. We have a lot, so let's put them on. I'm going to put one here on the bottom, and then let's put one on the top, like right here. Oh, I don't know, that looks kind of cheesy. Maybe just right here in the middle so it'll sparkle. There we go. See how it sparkles? So let's just put one here, up here, because I really want to be able to see them. And right here. Whoops. There. There we go. I love the sparkle on these. And there we go. Now, if you really wanted to, you could put a circle or, you know, up here and put your sentiment at the top. You know, do a die cut of one of the little deers, put it at the bottom. You could make these a lot more fancy and do more and more, but I'm doing a lot of them, and I wanted to kind of make it a little more simplistic, not crazy, and the whole point was use your scraps. And although the paper that I had for the deer, I can tell you, looked like I had some like this size, and then I had some of the 6x6, and I think this was maybe an extra paper share that I ended up having. So I probably just put it back in here. So that was where I got the deer from. And then I ended up, when I cut them down, and the size on that was 1 3/4 wide, this is what I ended up with, because these are less than 1 3/4. So I still have these that I could add to an edge of a card or something else, and and make it into something. So although there are a ton of holders online, and this is pretty much the basic idea that we've done, you know, for a long time, but I wanted to use the scraps, so I was just going to make what sizes that I had work. And so I was able to do that, and I still feel like this looks kind of plain, but I don't want to just put one little bling right there. And I thought of all kinds of things that I could have put up there. I mean, you could even put this sentiment, you know, at the top, that like maybe even the bigger sized one, but I kind of just liked them like this. I thought they were really cute. And so anyway, that is my Hershey mint chocolate candy cane. I think I'm going to have to try one because I love mint chocolate. I love mint. I love chocolate, and I love mint chocolate. And I thought it was really cute with, look how the paper matches the candy cane with the brown on it. And Walmart delivered these, so that's where I got them. Yeah, Nicole, that's exactly what I wanted to do, because I have a lot of scraps left over and a lot of Christmas paper that I'm probably not going to be using, at least not this year. And so, or they'll probably end up in a box when I do my box special. But I was like, okay, I need to make these, so I might as well use up my scraps. So I hope this gives you a good idea of, you know, different things that if you need to make something like for a nail file, if you're doing like a girls retreat thing, or, you know, co-workers, maybe you're doing Secret Santa at work or something, use up your scraps, use what you have. Carol, I am going to put it on my blog. It will probably be this weekend, to be totally honest with you. But I will be putting it on my blog because I won't be in here, but I will be home when they sleep, when the new baby sleeps, and mom and dad. And so I will probably be on my computer out there watching TV with hubby, and I'll do my, and I'll get all the measurements for you guys. I did mention the measurements online and how I came about them. So if you go back and watch, you could probably figure it out. But let's see, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I took off 1.5 inches off the bottom of the white. The red DSP is, okay, so the white tab was just under 2 inches, so it'll fit into your topper. And then the red DSP is 1 7/8 by 5.5, and 1 7/8 by 2 3/8. The deer DSP is 1 3/4 by 5 3/8, and the smaller piece is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, the large ribbon is 14 inches. The small ribbon, which I need to write down, was 5 inches. Small, 5 inches. And I say use whatever sentiments, if you have some cut up already, use those. If they go out differently, people are not going to know. They're going to get different ones. Use your labels up. If you have some different ones, add them on there. So if you had, I have so many up here. Even if you have red, like I have red right here for this one, a stack of them, you can emboss on that. Put silver or gold or whatever you think matches, and emboss it, or do it in white or whatever. You could even use this and add a little rectangle white piece of paper on there and put a sentiment. It would still look super cute. But I have white ones too. So use what you have. I have a whole thing up here. Look at this. Full of different pieces. I either had extra, or I pulled it out to give it a try and I didn't like it, so I put it up there because that's where I reach to go, you know, how does this look? How does that look? The problem is trying to remember where they came from, which set. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm so glad you liked it. Great way to use up your scraps. Yeah, something Fannie Mae and a special holder like this. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that cute? So I was really happy with them. So I have a bunch more to make, so I'm going to be working on that. And then I am off. I will not be here Sunday, remember, because I have baby baby time this weekend, and I don't know what next week's going to bring. I would assume I'm going to be doing a video, but is that the day my daughter comes? Oh, I gotta look. Let me look. Next Wednesday. Oh no, my daughter comes. Oh yeah, my daughter comes next Wednesday. So maybe my granddaughter and I will do a video. It depends on what's going on. But so I will announce if I'm here next Wednesday. I will not be here Sunday. Don't forget to join Bingo. There's a link below. I can't wait for Bingo. I've got some super, super cute cards and one fancy fold that I'm really loving. I'm going to definitely do it again. And I'm also working on the Pretty Petals class. So thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys in a week. Bye, everybody.